Hi guys, welcome to XtraTalk. Today with Mr. T.
Nice to be here.
Hey, you're popping up twice now, all of a sudden.
Yeah, apparently you guys run out of panel members.
Yeah, they don't want to come anymore, so thank you for being here.
It's my pleasure to be here.
Thank you. So we're looking forward to the Chelsea game on Tuesday.
Yeah.
A very important Champions League game, actually. All Champions League games are important, of course, but this one is even more important if you take into account the last result we had. So we lost the game. 6 points. We tied with Chelsea in the group. And Valencia, luckily for us, drew against Lille. So they're up with 4 points, if I'm not mistaken, and Lille has 1 point.
Yeah.
So this is very, very important. We come to a stage now that Ajax, if they want to go through to the next round of the Champions League, they have to really start winning games or maybe getting points. I think it will be very difficult if we lose this game also. So my question to you is, you're the coach. How would you let us play against Chelsea this Tuesday? What would you do?
That's a difficult question. To be honest, I don't know if the squad is entirely fit. The last game against Zwolle, some players went off with injuries, so that makes it a bit difficult. But against Chelsea, I wouldn't play too offensive. The first matches, they played with Alvarez and Martinez on the midfield. Martinez and Alvarez both were injured during the last game. I guess Alvarez will be okay. It didn't look like a serious injury, but Martinez is a question mark. And, I would definitely start with Dest. He played well in the matches he played, and Masraoui was, in my opinion, poor. The defense
also
line.
Against Zwolle, he was poor.
Yeah. And in the beginning of the season, he had several matches, and, for some reason, he cannot get the level he had last year. Anyway, the defense line is the same as always with Veldman.
Mr. T, the thing is that, in my opinion, we're struggling on that midfield. We just didn't. He's trying to find. I think Ten Hag's still trying to find a balance, and I know he thinks like Alvarez and Martinez is not my ideal setup. Like the two holding midfielders. But as long as the results are good, which they are, until we lost against Chelsea, of course, I'll keep it like that. That's what I think he's doing. But he knows deep down, I think, this is not the right setup because Ajax has to have people on the midfield that really play, They're able to play quickly with the ball, and are agile, are quick in decision makings. And Alvarez number one, but Martinez also a little bit. Martinez is doing a little bit better, but Alvarez is not that type of midfielder.
No, his ball handling is rather slow, to be honest. And I prefer to play with Donny van de Beek, but it is a risk because he always wants to go to the goal. True. And it makes you more vulnerable in defensive.
But then the coach has to give clear instructions to the players, like this is how you should play on this role. I mean, this is the highest elite game we're playing. You have to stick to your instructions. You cannot just keep playing like you play against Zwolle or against Fortuna or against these kind of teams.
I understand what you're saying, but for a player as Donny van de Beek, I guess that's hard because
he's used to playing all the time like this.
And last season he could play like that because Schöne was there as well in the midfield. He took the more defending role, and Donny van de Beek had more freedom to play in the attack.
Okay, but then Ten Hag should, as you observe this, Ten Hag is also able to observe this and say, you know what? No, I'm not going to put Donny as a number 8. I'm going to put him as a number 10. So he still has to come up with a solution for those two holding midfielders.
Yeah.
Or do you think he's gonna because look, after the game against Chelsea, even though we lost 1-0, Ten Hag came out and said, I think off the ball we were good. We were organizational wise, we didn't concede a lot of chances, which was the case. Yeah. I mean, when Batshuayi came in, they got like 2 really big chances. But until that time, it was good. We didn't see, Abraham was not even in the game.
No.
So that was good. I think also because of Veldman and Blind, they were really outstanding that game. But where I'm going with this is, he said that off the ball we were good. On the ball, which is right. We were very, very poor. But that's also because Chelsea pressed a lot, and they're going to do that again.
And I guess that's a big difference with last season. I mean, nobody was expecting anything of Ajax, and Ajax was the team that always put pressure on the opponent, even against Real Madrid, Bayern München, and teams like that. Mm-hmm. But now teams look in a different way, opponents look in a different way to Ajax, and they do the same to Ajax. Actually, last weekend we saw the same against Zwolle. Zwolle was in the second half and the end of the first half also putting pressure on Ajax, and you saw that they had difficulties with that.
True, that's true. So, what is your prediction? What do you think?
Yeah, well, I hope for a win or at least a draw. Yeah. But I'm afraid Chelsea is just too good for Ajax. And to be honest, Ajax shouldn't be ashamed of that. I mean, it's one of the top teams of the Premier League. And you said before they need a result against Chelsea. I don't agree with that. Of course, it would be helpful to gain at least 1 point. Mm-hmm. But when they lose against Chelsea, they still have opportunities against Lille and Valencia.
You do, but you're building up pressure for those games.
Sure. But to be honest, look at the budget of Chelsea. Look at the budget of.
Of course. Look, I'm not saying that we are obliged looking at our status, or how big we are as a club to be number one in the group. Of course, Chelsea has much more budget, bigger club, plays in the Premier League, has more money, more players. So I understand, but still, I think if I'm just talking like Ajax really wants to go through. I mean, they're not going to say we are aiming at that, but they really want to.
Sure.
Of course. I think the players also want that. So in order to do that, I think we should at least not lose that game. I think it's very important.
Yeah, like I mentioned before, a point would be helpful, but in my opinion, Ajax still can gain 12 points if they lose both matches against Chelsea.
Okay, so
12 points normally is more than enough to continue to the next stage.
So you think we're not getting a result on Tuesday?
I'm afraid we're not getting a result. I still hope we do get at least something, but...
Okay, that's your gut feeling.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's hope you're wrong.
Actually, I hope so myself as well.
Yes. So that was it. Thank you so much. I will be discussing on Tuesday this game with Papimento. And we'll see how that goes.
I'm looking forward to the game and to the game talk.
Of course.
Yeah.
Guys, thank you for watching. Please subscribe to our channel. Please leave also a comment in the section below in our video. What do you think of the game against Chelsea?